Oh, hey guys, it's Taylor. Thank you to Saturday Night Online listeners for asking all of your Ask Anything questions that you sent in. And a special thanks to Romeo for having me on this weekend. So I was figuring we could just go into the questions now. Let's go. Sarah from Boca Raton wants to know, how was it working with Jack Antonoff on Out of the Woods? The answer is that it was the most fun experience because that's one of my best friends. And to create something with one of your close friends, it's like, you know, you'll be celebrating that for the rest of your lives. And it's just so cool to create something with someone who brought something so interesting to the table as far as his production. I think he's really going to be someone everyone should watch as far as what he creates in the future. So it was great. 2 thumbs up. I can't put the other one up because I'm holding the laptop with it, but I would if I could. Okay, so the next question is from Abby in Amsterdam, going worldwide with this. She says, when did you decide the album was complete, and when were you ready for your besties to hear it? Who heard it first? I knew the album was complete after we wrote Shake It Off, actually. That was kind of the final piece to the puzzle, and after that, I think one of my first friends that I played it for, Ed Sheeran, heard the album as it was being made. So I would say he's probably the first person who I played things for, because when we were on tour together, I was in the studio and writing and creating 1989. So I would finish something and then I'd bring it to his dressing room and he would hear it. The same way as he was working on Multiply, his album, and he would finish something, bring it to my dressing room and play it for me. So it was really fun to kind of have your built-in best friend there to tell you if it was good or not. Brittany from Ontario says, what gave you the idea and made you want to do the secret sessions? This was an idea that I had before the album was done, and it was just based on the fact that I was so excited about this album in a different way than I've ever been excited about music before. There's something going on with this album. There's like an electricity to the way I think about it. And so I knew I wanted to play it for fans really early. And so then I got to thinking about how it could be this kind of like secret society meetup kind of thing. And I don't think there aren't many things like that anymore. Everything's usually so publicized, and like I wanted them to truly be surprised by what we were doing. So thank you, Brittany, for your question. Alex from Oxford says, do you have a specific songwriting process, or do you just write whenever ideas come to you? It's a little bit of a combination of both, because when an idea comes to you, that's kind of the right part of your brain, which handles impulse and, you know, artistic inspiration and your creative side and all that. But then after that, you have to write the song, and that involves the craft and what you've learned over the years about structuring a song. Let's say you get an idea for a line. As a songwriter, you have to know where to put that line in the song. And if that's a pre-chorus, if that's a first line of a chorus, if that's a hook, if that's just the second line in the second verse. And so the building of a song is where you're kind of knowing the craft has to come in. But it's a little bit of a combination of both, because you never know when you're going to get that random idea, which is what keeps songwriting so exciting for me. I really enjoyed answering your questions, and thank you so much, Romeo, for having me.